Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. 2 Indian Air Force pilots have been killed after a Sukhoi Su-30 MKI fighter jet crashed in Assam's Karbi Anglong district during a training mission. The aircraft had taken off from the Jorhat Air Base but lost communication shortly afterward, eventually crashing in a remote hilly area about 60 kilometers away. In a post on X, the Air Force confirmed the deaths of squadron leader Anuj and Flight Lieutenant Pavesh Duragkar. According to the Air Force, both pilots sustained fatal injuries in the crash. Meanwhile, US President Donald Trump has encouraged Iranian Kurdish forces in Iraq to launch attacks against Iran as the Middle East conflict widened. Israel said it had started a broad-scale wave of attacks against infrastructure targets in Tehran as Gulf cities came under renewed bombardment by Iran. Qatari officials said Iran launched an overnight drone attack on the US Al Udeid airbase in Qatar. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps said Iranian forces targeted the Ramat David airbase and a radar site in Israel, the Al Adiri camp in Kuwait, where US forces are stationed, and a drone attack on a base hosting US troops in Erbil, Iraq. US President Donald Trump has made it clear that Ali Khamenei's son, Mujtaba Khamenei, would be unacceptable as Iran's next leader. In an interview with Axios, Trump said he wants to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next leader, following the assassination of Ali Khamenei. Trump said he wants someone who can bring harmony and peace to Iran. Iran's ambassador to the United Nations has denied reports that Tehran ordered the closure of the Strait of Hormuz, calling the claims baseless. The envoy said Iran remains committed to international law and freedom of navigation. Iran also condemned the United States for using a submarine to sink the Iranian frigate Iris Dina in international waters, saying the attack violated international law and maritime norms. On the other hand, China is reportedly in talks with Iran to allow crude oil and Qatari liquefied natural gas vessels safe passage through the Strait of Hormuz as the US-Israeli war on Tehran intensifies. 3 diplomatic sources said China, which has friendly relations with Iran and relies heavily on Middle Eastern supplies, is unhappy about the Islamic Republic's move to paralyze shipping through the strait and is pressing Tehran to allow safe passage for the vessels. The world's second largest economy gets about 45% of its oil from the strait. On the other hand, Hezbollah leader Naim Qassem says Israel's strikes on Lebanon are a prepared aggression and demanded that Israeli forces halt military operations and withdraw from southern Lebanon. In his first televised address since the hostilities began, Qassem said Hezbollah would not surrender, no matter the sacrifices. And the World Health Organization says it has verified 13 attacks on healthcare facilities in Iran during the ongoing US-Israeli campaign. WHO Chief Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus said 4 healthcare workers have been killed and 25 others injured. Hospitals and medical sites have also suffered damage from nearby strikes, according to the agency. WHO officials warned that humanitarian supply chains are now at risk, with aid operations disrupted by insecurity, airspace closures, and restrictions near the Strait of Hormuz. That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.